Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Melody and on this channel I share dog content. So if you love dogs, be sure to like this video and to subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. Today I'm gonna tell a little story. Well, it's not a story, it's something that actually happened a couple of years ago when Annie was a puppy. If you don't know who Annie is, this is Annie. Annie is my first dog and my best friend, and she's been through a lot together with me, so she's kind of special for that reason. Anyway, today is the day where I tell you about when Annie got kicked by a horse and almost died, or she could have died if... Well, anyway, let's get right into this story. So this whole incident took place in January 2016. Annie was just about to turn 1 year old. Her birthday is the 31st of January. And so I had only had her a couple of months when this happened actually. And I was a completely new dog owner. I didn't know so much about dogs at the time. And yeah, if you want to know more about that whole story and how I got my first dog, I made a video about that and I will link it down below. You can watch it if you want. Anyway, so this incident took place on a farm a little bit outside of the city. It's a small city where we live. So I was visiting friends and Annie was with me. Now, these friends lived on a farm. They had cows, but the reason I was there was because the day before I came, they had brought home 2 horses. And it wasn't their horses, but they were gonna like live there, and their owners were paying rent for them to live there. I don't know what it's called in English. Inackordering it's called in Swedish. Anyway, so 2 horses had arrived, and me being a horse lover as well as a dog lover, they thought it was a good time for me to come and visit them when there were horses there, since I love horses so much. So I took Annie with me and we went there. And here in Sweden it's very cold in January, so it was very cold outside, I remember. And it was snow everywhere. Yeah, so we go there, and they also have a Jack Russell Terrier actually. So she and Annie, Leah is her name, they are very good friends, so they were playing outside. And you know, it's a farm, the dogs run loose, so we didn't think much about it. So we go into the horses. They were running free in a big pasture, I think it's called, en hage, a pasture, yeah. And since it was their since it was the horses' first whole day there, they were still quite, new to the place, so they were a little bit scared for everything and a little bit stressed out. So we went into the pasture to the horses, me and the other friend, not really thinking about the dogs. I don't know, we just didn't think that they would run into the pasture, I guess, because they were playing and doing their own thing outside, outside the pasture. So anyway, we go into the pasture and we start, I think we were feeding the horses, if I remember right. And the horses were running around, and we spotted some small white things running inside the pasture. And it was oh, it's the dogs. And that's as far as we came, because then the next moment we heard a big boom. And I can't really describe it, but a horse hoof who hit something. And then a high-pitched scream, and I just turned around because nobody saw exactly what happened. We just heard it because we were focused on working. And there's Annie laying on the ground, all muddy and yeah, screaming her heart out. And I just thought, okay, she's dying right here and now. And it was very traumatic. It was the worst moment in my life. Here I just, got a dog who means the world to me, that she's the reason I'm living. And now I haven't even had her 1 year and she's gonna leave me already. She's gonna die. So I was in shock, but I just ran to her and tried to pick her up. Unfortunately, she was all scared and she was hurting. So she bit my thumb very bad, but I didn't even realize it at the moment. I was just okay, she doesn't want me to pick her up. And then she actually saw the horses, and by herself, some way, poor thing, like ran out of the pasture and straight up into my friend's arms. So yeah, oh, it was awful. I mean, the way she ran, you could clearly see that bones were broken. It was just, oh. So yeah, anyway, all shocked, everybody's like just shocked. We like quickly get into the car, and my friend calls the vet, and it's like, you know, we got a dog here, she just got kicked by a horse. We need to hurry into the vet. So yeah, so we drove to the vet, and in the car I had her like in the front, just sitting there praying that, you know, everything was just gonna be alright. Still though, I knew that, you know, she had broken bones, and just the whole way she acted, I was like, I mean, she could die in a minute, it felt like. Yeah, and at this point my thumb started to really throb, and like it was bleeding a whole bunch, and I just still didn't really care because all I could ever think of was Annie. So we get to the vet, and they take her in, and they put her to no, not put her to sleep, well, give her something that she falls asleep. She didn't die, but you know, to fall asleep, so they could examine her more. Yeah, examine her more and take x-rays of her to see which bones were broken and everything. Turns out she had broken 3 ribs and like here, her like front leg thing. Yeah, so it was pretty bad, and the vet actually said, I mean, her lung could have been punctured by one of those ribs, and it actually was a very serious situation, but it just it was going to heal. So we were very happy and relieved. And yeah, actually at the vet they saw my thumb, and they were like, oh, what happened? I was, oh well, she bit me while I tried to pick her up. And so I actually got some first aid help with my thumb at the vet, so that was quite nice. So yeah, so Annie had to stay at the hospital, yeah, while they did some more, while she like woke up from the whatever, the calming medicine, whatever they give her. I'm not so good at English sometimes, some words are like, I don't even know them. But anyway, yeah, so she stayed at the vet for a couple of hours, and I went home still a little bit like worried, what if the vet missed something and she's gonna die. But they didn't, and she just made it through. So a couple of hours later we go and we take her home, and she got some medicine to like help with the pain for the upcoming days, and she was inside for a very long time. I remember on her birthday she was like still just laying there in her dog bed, just kind of feeling sorry for herself too. She was so cute. But she got like a yummy dog bone or something, so that was good. And yeah, recovery went very quickly actually. Already like I don't know, maybe not 1 week, but like 2 weeks after this incident, she was like up and trying to like be active, especially when I took her outside. Yeah, so I was like, be careful Annie, you know you have broken bones. But she's like, I'm gonna play in the snow. So we had to be very careful with her, and yeah, try for her not to be as active as she wanted to be. Yeah, little Annie. So a couple of weeks went by, and we were gonna visit the vet again for like a checkup. How did everything heal? Is everything alright with her? And when we did that, everything turned out just perfect. She was so good at the vet. They did not need to like put her give her anything to calm her down this time. She was perfect just the way she was, so they could x-ray her without her being asleep, and it turned out everything had just like healed itself perfectly. The vet was even like in awe, like wow, this is so good, it really healed so well. And I'm so happy this happened when she was young, because it feels like her body was like very fast and quick to heal itself. I don't know, but it just felt good to, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's the story of when my dog, my first dog, my beloved dog, got kicked by a horse. I thought she was gonna die, but thank God she lived and she's stronger than ever. No, but I mean today she has nothing. You can feel like a small lump over her ribs where they have like healed together again, and that's like all there is to it. She walks perfectly. There's like nothing wrong physically or mentally or anything with her, except she's a little bit scared of horses. I do not think she will ever run into a horse passer again, so that's good. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any ideas of what kind of videos you want me to make, or you just want to see on this channel, you're most welcome to leave ideas and inspiration for me down below. And if you ever had a dog who got like seriously injured but made it through, you are most welcome to tell that story as well. I love hearing stories about dogs and just, yeah, everything with dogs I love. So yeah, hope you guys have a great day and we will see you next time. Bye!